long way to accelerate business growth. But during my engagements with these businesses that we're working with, I quickly realized that a lot of businesses, their issue is not funding. Their issue is lack of structure, lack of planning, lack of knowledge of marketing or sales. So
welcome to my YouTube channel. It's another exciting episode on this YouTube channel. My name is Hepzibah, and if this is your first time on this channel, you're welcome. Hit the subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. So today I have with me the beautiful Yemisi and Ajeojo. Okay, so she is the co-founder of Thrift Africa, and also Secolabs, and she's also a management accountant. Thank you. So today, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So today we're going to be talking, or rather, I'm going to be asking her questions on financial mistakes that business owners make, particularly small business owners. You want to pick your pain. So Yemisi is loaded. So she's going to be giving us a download of things. So let me start. How important is finance in business?
Very important. Like one of the, if there are like two things that you absolutely need to get right for your business to grow, then it's finance. So finance, actually, if you're serious about growth, if you're serious about expansion, if you're serious about wanting to do more with your small idea, then you definitely need to be paying attention to your numbers.
And numbers is key. So what mistakes do small business owners make? Because I mean, people be like, oh, it's a small business, it's not a big deal. Why should I pay attention to the numbers? So what mistakes do they make?
Okay, first of all, it's a small business is not a big deal, it's a lie. So no matter how small your business is, you definitely need to be paying attention to money. How much money are you making? At a very basic level, how much money are you making? How much money are you spending? What are you spending it on? Where is this money coming from? So there are a couple of mistakes that I've noticed that small businesses make. And number one is not keeping record. So you're just making sales. Whatever you sell today, you spend it on yourself, or you spend it on the business. You cannot say how much sales you made last month or last quarter compared to the quarter before last quarter. You cannot say what you're spending your money on. So you just know that my money is going. You don't know where it is going to. And that's because you're not keeping the record. And the thing is, because I work with a number of small business owners, helping them structure their finance or create financial analysis, people think it is difficult.
I think most people do.
But it is not.
Happens to a person who does not like to, I can imagine someone saying, I don't have a laptop. I'm not sure I'm good with Excel on my phone or how to use it. Is it okay for the person to see put pen and paper? What kind of columns are they supposed to draw? Like 10 columns, 5 columns, 5 rows? How can they go about using pen and paper?
Okay, pen and paper is great. I still use pen and paper for a number of things. But the truth is, when I create templates for people, it's an Excel template. So if you're using things like Waveapps or Sage,
spell Sage.
Sage.
Okay.
This information is saved in the cloud. And what this means is, so maybe your Google Drive or something, that you can access it anywhere at any time. So you can pick up someone's phone and say, oh, I just want to log into my Google Drive so I can have a look at my Excel sheet. And you can also share with your team members. So you can be at home and your colleague or employee is at work, and you're able to see, when they've recorded a new sale, so a new sale has happened, and so on. Also, with all this software, even like the templates that I create, as simple as it is, it also helps for decision making. So you're not just keeping record for the sake of keeping record. You're also easily able to analyze this record. You can easily put it in a pie chart or a graph. Say you want to go and make a presentation to a potential investor, you will not be taking your facilities because then you can call them. And showing them this is sales from last month. With these simple templates or softwares, they can easily analyze the information and make it easy for you to make decisions. So that's another mistake that I was getting into. So people just make record for the sake of making record. They are not analyzing the information that they are recording regarding the financial.
Sorry, let's add. Why do people need to? I want you to explain more on why people need to analyze the data. It's not just about keeping the record, but analyze it. How much sales are you making in terms of cost of production? By the time you look at your cost of production, so the cost of, we'll still come to pricing, right?
Yeah.
So you have to look at the cost of production and say, okay, this is how much it costs me to produce this. How much of this am I selling? How much do I have to sell to break even or to make a profit?
Yeah.
So all of those things. So
you're not just keeping record for the sake of keeping record. You might as well not even if that's what you're doing. But if you're able to analyze your data that you're putting in, it helps you for decision making. So I am more of a management accountant than a financial accountant. And what that means is I'm looking at your financial statements or teaching you how to set financial structure for future decision making, not just for making decisions right now, looking at what has already happened, but how can what has already happened inform future decisions. So with data analysis, is like pretty much data analysis at a very basic level. You understand how much sales you made last week, and that can help you predict sales for next week, or you understand how much sales you made last quarter, and that can help you predict how much you should budget for next quarter, or how much you spent. In fact, you're also able to see, okay, am I profitable? Am I selling less than the cost of what I'm buying for? What is selling the most? What if you have like a vast range of products, which one is doing best? Yeah, so maybe you can focus your energy on that, or you can identify how to improve on it. So not just record keeping, but even analyzing the record that you've put in is very important.
And I like to say that your numbers don't lie. There's something about numbers, they never lie. At the initial point, when you look at the numbers, you'll be like, this is where I am. Yeah. But it helps you know what you need to do. And you no longer live in assumptions.
Yes, I was saying earlier about the client of mine that I provided templates to, and she was like, she didn't know that her business was doing this well until she was so proud of how far she had come, because for her she was just selling this product, people were buying it, she was happy. But when she did the number, she was like, actually we could expand, we could probably employ one more person, we could expand our reach beyond this product or beyond this location. So understanding those numbers helps her make better decisions. So if you have to start with recording it, that's like a very basic level, and then analyzing it yourself or getting someone to analyze it for you. That's why I really like to give people like Excel templates, and they're very basic. You start with the Excel template.
Keeping records. What other mistakes do small business owners make? Because I mean, people are like, it's a small business, there's really nothing much to it. What other mistakes do they make?
Another mistake that people make is not paying themselves. So you think, we're just, I know a lot of people who are very guilty about it.
For me, I used to be guilty of not paying myself. I mean, but one of the things that helped me was separating or opening a business account. So the moment I had a business account, I would tell people that, if you ask me about it, I don't have. If by that time, it's not my salary time. I don't know, I take salary. So if somebody that say, I don't have money, they'll be like, I said, no, the business is making money. But Yemisi as a person does not have money. So we are two different persons. Yeah. But prior to that, every money that comes into the account is my money. So I just spend it, and I do whatever I like. Or I feel that sometimes you just feel that the business needs something, you want to go and buy it in the heat of the moment, but it might not even be a priority. So learning to pay myself, and not just pay myself, but separate my personal account from the business account helped me a whole lot. So I want you to also expatiate on that.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to start with like separating your accounts. So separating your business and personal accounts goes a long way to help you set structure around your business finances. So when I speak to clients and I tell them, let your business money be separate from your personal money, they think, do I have to register my business so that I can open a business account? But no, having a separate account for a business could just be something as simple as you have a current account for yourself and then a savings account for a business with the same bank in your own personal name. So when customers want to make payments, they pay to that account that you set aside for business purposes. When you want to make payments for something related to your business, like salaries, maybe transportation, you're buying a new blender or something, is from that specific account that you set aside for your business. So whether or not your business is registered, one of the first ways to even set structure around your business finances is to have a separate account for your business activities. It also makes it easy to keep track of things, because there are some things that you spend on and you will forget, But when you have a separate account for your business, you're able to track, okay, we spent on this thing because you have a bank statement and all of that. And it's also for people who are serious about growth. Because obviously, if you're not serious about growing your business, you just want, whatever we make today, we need to buy shawarma and coke. Just to make ourselves happy, that's fine. Don't listen to me. You can go off this video and go back and watch Telemundo. But if you're serious about growing your business, then one of the basic things to set structure is to have a separate account for personal and for business.
Thank you. So aside this one, now before I even ask the next question, one of the things I've come to realize is as a small business owner, you owe so much power and strength because you need to see your business beyond yourself.
Yeah.
You need to see that your business has the capacity to grow, but it won't grow if you don't put systems in place or structure, and you do that by defining your finance and also being disciplined about it.
Regarding paying yourself, so some people say, I've had people ask, how can I pay myself when I do not make a fixed amount of money every month? And I usually suggest like percentages. And that also inspires you to want to work harder. So if you have like the varying revenue, so this month you're making 100,000, next month you're making 500,000, you can decide, okay, 20% of my revenue will be my salary. And so at the end of the month, and what that does is you're not pinching into your money for personal use. Even when you pinch into your money for personal use, we call that drawing in accounting. You know that it's money that you have to pay back to your business. So even as your business is really small, it's still growing, you see it as an entity on its own and you treat it as such. And so you're intentional about setting systems and structures. And these are the little things that you can do that can make it grow. So if you cannot set a fixed amount for yourself as salary, especially if your revenue differs a lot from month to month, you can decide, okay, we're going to use percentages, and you can decide, okay, maybe I'll split it into 3. So if I'm paying myself 30%, or say, okay, every 2 weeks, whatever revenue I've made in the past 2 weeks, I'll take it for myself. Especially for people whose business is their only source of income, it can be kind of hard to wait till the end of the month before you pay yourself. So you can decide, okay, I'm going to be paying myself every 2 weeks. So whatever I've made, 10% of my revenue in the past 2 weeks will be my salary. So these are like structures that you can sell in your business. It's not one size fits all. You need to think about what kind of business you operate, what is unique to you, and what will be most beneficial. And then you can set that structure for yourself. For some people, they can wait till the end of the month. They can decide, okay, my salary is 100,000 naira. That's probably because they are the kind of people that make 4 million naira in a month or whatever. For some others, they can only do it on percentage basis. For some, they'll have this business on 80% of profits in the month must be my salary. So you need to think about what's unique to you and what would help your business grow long term.
Okay, so before we continue, I want us to really talk a little about taking loans for small business owners.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's a financial mistake that most business owners make. So yesterday, I was just doing something on my phone and I saw an ad for a particular money lending institution. And out of curiosity, I'm like, let me just check these guys out. By the time I did, I looked at first thing I did was I looked at their interest rates. And their interest rate is 34.98% per annum. That's
not bad now. That's like 5% per annum.
No, from their calculation.
Per month?
Yes. No, do you think it's not much?
I don't think
it is. Okay, personally, I feel like that's much because if, okay, the arguments are like if you borrow 2 million naira, you pay with 2,700,000 and something thousand. And I feel like 700 and something thousand is really much. Yeah, so I know you also have a financial lending institution, but I want you to also talk to yes, be honest about it, but also talk to entrepreneurs or small business owners with respect to loans. You don't take every loan. I'm of the school of thought that you don't take every loan. I'm not saying don't take loans when you need to take loans, but don't take every loan and make sure that you're not taking a loan. How do I say it now? You don't take every loan and make sure that you're not taking a loan that you cannot repay. And you're also checking the interest rate of the loan, because it's so sweet to collect loan. Like loan is like almost like free money. So and another thing, like we're saying, if you don't even have a financial record, if you don't have your books in place, how do you know you need the money? So I want you to, okay, from a financial point of view, I want you to talk more on loans for loan as a taking of loans or necessary loans as a financial mistake that small business owners make.
Okay, so I'm going to start from when we started Thrift Africa in 2018. We started with the intention of providing microloans to micro and small business owners, so collateral-free loans to micro and small business owners, because like I did research and I realized that a lot of businesses, especially micro businesses, cannot access as small as 30,000 naira loan from financial institutions. So we wanted to make it really easy for people to access loans, because we understand that financing goes a long way to accelerate business growth. But during my engagements with these businesses that we're working with, I quickly realized that a lot of businesses, their issue is not funding, their issue is lack of structure, lack of planning, lack of knowledge of marketing or sales. So that's why we moved beyond doing microloans to doing trainings and consultations. Because I realized some people, they just don't know what they're doing. If they knew what they're doing, they would not be collecting this loan. So before you collect a loan, make sure that, as you said, you have record. You are able to say, okay, this is how I'll plan to pay back. Because I feel like we're very shameless people in this country, so we are quite happy to take money that we don't pay back because we do not have integrity. But we forget that that affects your relationship with that person. You don't know where you meet that person in future.
I mean, you know,
or the kind of
let me push you on that.
opportunities.
I have a friend. I hope if you watch this one, you know I don't hate you, but I'm not happy that you have not paid back my money.
Me too. That's in my face like this. When you cannot pay back when you when due. So when you tell them, I'm going to pay back at the end of the month. There's approaching the end of the month to realize, I'm going to struggle to pay back. Don't wait for them to reach out to you. Reach out to them. Explain what's going on. Tell them your plans on paying back. That shows integrity. That will make it easier for you to come back and want to get money. So, and also, I would usually suggest, don't take a loan to start a business. Take a loan to grow your business. Because if you've not started and you're going to take loans, you do not have any experience of that business. You do not know the challenges that you face. But if you've grown that business to an extent, you started, no matter how small, you created your minimum viable product, your MVP, you are able to understand the challenges of that market. That loan would help you build and improve. But if you're just taking it,
you know I'm laughing. When when you're just doing something, just having fun, especially my kind of business, anybody can be a baker. So I was just at that point, I was just having fun. Before I went and learned from it, people had been requesting for cake. So I just figured, when I was doing my masters, I didn't want to take any job. I said, okay, let me just go into this business. And guess what? I took a loan from a friend. I remember clearly I took a 50,000 naira loan. And I told him, guy, borrow me this money. I'm going to be poor with 20% interest rate. He sounded, and he happened to be a banker. So for him, it's like, it's a good deal. However, I didn't tell him how soon I was going to draw the money. I was like, anytime I'm going to draw this money, I'm telling you with 20%. My God, it was my first time. I'd always done cakes for fun, but now it was a business. And I struggled. I literally struggled. It took me a year to pay that money back. I struggled because it wasn't as if we didn't make that 50K. But every time I was going to pull out that 50K from the business, it was like crashing the business. So you don't, and then I learned that if I had just been intelligent or financially smart, instead of taking that loan, I would have still started the business, for me, I took the money, I had some other money to it, I think I had extra money to it. I went to rent a shop, I felt like that was next music. Because at that time I was relocating. I had finished my master's in one state. I went to a new state. So I said, okay, I didn't have a house, so I didn't have accommodation, but I had a friend. I was close with this my friend. put the money in the business. My shop will bring me customers. You know when you have that fine, beautiful plan in your head, my shop will bring me customers in 3 months. We'll get this money, we'll pay the loan. I'll get my money for rent. I'll pay my, oh my God, it was a long time. So here was I spotting. If I had known, it shows I would have just taken the little money I had in there, added to the rent and set up the shop, and used that money for accommodation and worked from the house. But I didn't know. I just felt like my business is a very good business. It can make money. This food business we sell. That was what was in my mind. And then I struggled. It was a huge struggle. Struggled until I just had to face the reality and move out of it. So it's just to buttress what Yemisi said. You don't take a loan to start a business. Take it to grow the business. Grow the business with the little fund that you have through referrals, friends and family before going to taking a loan. Take a loan that you don't even have a plan to pay, and it shows lack of integrity. She borrowed the loan from 2 different all those online guys, and she didn't pay back. She now needed a loan from her bank. Her bank was ready to give her the loan, but they checked her credibility record and discovered that she was okay. The bank wanted to give her 700,000. They checked her credibility record. They found out that apparently those loan companies that reported her, so I think she called them Bureau of
something. We started doing that as well. And so people are very shameless. So for visa, it will come up. So
for integrity around here, and it's really
that's why the interest rate is also high, because sometimes these organizations they set up like we did. You want to help businesses, it's hard for them to get funding from banks. You need to bring collateral, all of this, especially for women, that most women in Nigeria do not own properties. So it's even harder for them to get resources from banks because they do not have collateral. We've barely had issues with women, so I'm even just going to say in general, most people that we've struggled, we've had challenges with are mainly men, and I realize people do not respond to kindness. So you've created a platform where you can, or in our case, we've created a platform where we can provide collateral-free loans, really cheap interest rate and all of that, and then people would be very rude, especially to me as a woman. So you're calling a man that's owing you, you're trying to follow up on his business, and it's very rude, very inappropriate.
When you collect the money, it was really very nice and humble.
So you quickly realize that's why people have this very stringent rules. That's why it's difficult for you to get money from your bank, because they know that you as a small business, they're going to tear your trousers before you give them back their money. And that's why people also have high interest rate, because of the risk. There's a very high risk. Number one, make sure that you've identified what you want to use that money to do. So even before the money comes in, don't just seek money for the sake of it. Oh, it's there, let me go and get it.
Or don't use it to buy personal things. I don't think I heard of someone who took a loan.
Buy car.
I think he on his own even won a grant. And the first thing this dude did was get married and buy a car.
Yeah.
And it's annoying because I'm like,
people that
guy, you want grants? What did I use the grant for? So how much more those that would even take loans? And when you buy a car is recurring expenditure. It's not an asset. And when you buy a car like say 2 million, the moment you drive that car out of the studio, the value has dropped.
But over 30%.
It has dropped. So you need to know. I don't just rush to go and take loans.
Yeah, and then so make sure you have definite plan on what you want to use the money for, how you're going to pay back. If you're not able to pay back as I went to you, like be the person that reaches out first to communicate and to renegotiate the contract deals. So common mistakes people make. They don't have structure, they do not know what they are going to put their money into. They are taking a loan to start a business or growing business, and they're not reading the fine print. So
what's fine print?
So the contracts that you get, you don't understand the terms. Like you said earlier, you're just excited about collecting the money. You don't understand what's going to happen if you don't pay this back. They own your business. So some people have signed contracts that if I can't pay this money back, then this person owns my business. And if not, they were not aware of that. So you need to make sure that you understand the terms of the contracts that you are signing. Okay, so
you also need to know if your lender is going to give you a waiver for defaulting.
Any other mistakes that businesses make, there are some things that is pointed out from her story. Not understanding an MVP and starting from creating one. So even when we have minimum viable product, so test the market, understand the market, and then go from there. Some people, they don't do that. You just get cash. You've gone to open store in the biggest town. You've bought branded vehicle. You've bought branded shirts for all your staff. You are paying someone a high amount of money to manage your social media. You're spending so much, but you're not even thinking about, okay, where's my money coming from? How is it coming? There's also the mistake of not understanding passion and business. So you're just very emotional about the decision you're making. You're not thinking business-wise. So what we're going to share is on pricing. So pricing is...
Before we share on pricing, I just want to add that be willing to grow. Too many of us are in a hurry to blow. Let me use that. Too many people are in a hurry to blow. Because you see someone is like wanting to have what it took. Fine, there's a place of grace and spirituality, but you don't jump process. You have to be willing to grow. Don't be in a hurry to blow. Don't compare your journey with somebody else's journey. That somebody else is in business and the person is already, you don't even know where they are coming from. I mean, you don't know what they've been through. Like, I was sharing all my own startup journey, drama and everything I faced before the business got to where it is today. And we're still not yet there. We're still aiming at.
Definitely. So on pricing, again, it's similar to what she's just shared. You need to understand your target market and your products, and that will define your pricing. But at the very least, your price should cover your cost of production. So let's say you're making cake. The cost of everything you need to make the cake is 500. The list price for that cake should be, say, 700. Usually I would advise double the amount of the cost just to cover for any unexpected expenditure or inflation in price. But you also need to understand the target markets that you are trying to reach, and that will define your price as well. So make sure that your price is reasonable, because some people, they just want to sell it anyhow because they are passionate about what they're doing. So they're like, it doesn't even matter. As long as people are buying it.
And sales that is true.
Yeah.
It's true. Sales is not equal to profit.
I also need to be careful about selling on credit as well, because cash is not the same as profit as well. So sales is not profit, neither is cash profit.
True.
So you've sold today, but you sold on credit, but you're excited that you make sales. So always remember that, okay, am I profitable? And am I getting cash for my profit?
Speak up on cost of production. Okay. Now I need to elaborate on cost of production. I've had people that think that under cost of production they shouldn't have their utility. Yeah, I feel like under cost of production you want to look at your direct and your indirect costs. Because okay, most people just focus on the ingredients or the raw materials that they buy. They do not factor in like logistics or utility, because they feel like, okay, even when you work from the house, you should be able to calculate utility and depreciation. So how I want you to expatiate more on how they can calculate their production cost.
Definitely. So when analysis, that's not something a lot of people, for some reason, they don't think is an important part of their business plan. But it's also really important to understand what are the costs that you're incurring. So in addition to your direct costs, so your baking cake, your flour, your milk, what about gas? What about rent? How many pieces of products do you need to sell, and at what price do you need to sell it within a period of time to cover for this cost? Because let's say you're selling cake and the price is able to cover for your eggs and butter and milk and so forth. At the end of that year, can you pay rent? Can you refill your gas and all of that? So I think it also ties into another mistake people make. So not even speaking to a professional, you're just carrying on your business. You think, oh, these people will steal my money. What are they going to tell me that's not on Google? Okay, even if you want to use Google, use the Google and check and understand like variable cost, fixed cost. How can I break even? What's the minimum? Now, if I'm going to be paying this amount of rent for this place, and I'm going to be filling this 30 kg gas or whatever kg of gas, what's the minimum number of goods I need to be selling and at what price? So that at the very least I am covering all my costs. Also, salaries also count as expenses. So if you have people on fixed salaries or on salaries based on commission, you want to make sure that even after you've paid these people and you've paid your rent and you bought gas and you bought all your ingredients, you still have reasonable amount of money left. Because if you're not making reasonable profit, you cannot be buying better equipment. You cannot move to a better part of town to reach a new target customer. So as much as possible, make sure that you're accounting for all your expenses and you're also speaking to a professional to help you make it stronger.
Yeah, speak to professionals. These days, it's even easier to access professionals. A lot of free resources too that you can use. You know, I discovered that ignorance, every man's mountain actually is ignorance. Some people feel like it's going to cost me to speak to a professional, but what you will lose by not speaking to a professional is more than what it will cost you to speak to a professional.
Yeah.
So seek help if you need to seek help. So we're going to wrap up this episode, and we're definitely going to bring MC again, like again and again. I want to say a very big thank you to MC for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And being a blessed and glorious. Thank you. And guys, thank you. If you want up to here, remember to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and drop your comments in the comment section. Leave your comments, your feedback in the comment section. And yes, ask questions. That can actually inform maybe our next episode or the next time we'll bring EMC here to join us. Thank you all once again.
Thank you.